Hello, my name is Alejandro Hernandez. This is an interview for my class Interviewing and Counseling 2. The code is SSW312. My professor is Tracy Pritchard. Thank you, Christina, for joining me in this exercise. I just like to let you know this is a paper that it's a blank paper that I'm gonna use only if I have to make a note or something to keep tracking, but after the conversation it's gonna be destroyed. Also, if you wanted to stop the recording at any moment, we can stop and delete it if you wanna stop sharing. First, thank you for being here in this conversation. Today is December 4th, 2022. And this is a private conversation that I'm only gonna share with my professor in an educational setting. However, if there's an indication that a child has been abused or neglected, or there's a risk of harm to others or yourself, I have the duty to let the appropriate authorities know. And are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you. After my professor checked this video, the video is also going to be deleted. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So could you tell me how you have been feeling today or the last week?
So this week has been pretty good, very, very busy. Since I have a full-time job, but I also have an entrepreneurship. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I have a small business running on the side. So I work 5 days in my full-time job, and then I had 2 days of markets where I was selling my things. Yes, but in general, very, very good because even though I've been tired, it's very fulfilling.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So you have another job beside this, so this is not like a full-time thing.
Yeah, I do have a full-time job and then the side job that I'm trying to. No, I'm trying. I am building. Yes.
So I'm hearing that you said you feel very tired of that, but you feel like the fulfillment of doing it.
Yes, the fulfillment is good. Again, it is tiring just because I do have another job. I'm not 100% on the side business. But yeah, it's fulfilling because I think I'm doing something else. I'm building something else.
So how happy you feel in your full-time job?
It's good. I'm not happy, but I am comfortable there, and I think that's the only reason why I've been staying there for longer. I have a really good team I work with. I have no problems, but I definitely would like to do something else since this is not what I do right now. That's not much what I studied. So yeah, sometimes when I think about it, it's like, oh, I shouldn't be here. But sometimes it's like, okay, I still have a job and I can make a living out of it. Yes, but happy I would say yes, but fulfilled, then why not?
I'm hearing that you say not feeling happy but comfortable. So there are two things that you separate. So you feel comfortable doing this job. So what is separating you from feeling like completely happy? If you have the comfort, or what comfort means for you?
I feel like we're not 100% happy all the time. I mean, yeah, happy all the time, but it's more like, for me, it's more about when you go to university, you feel like whenever you finish studying, you're gonna like have a career on what you studied for, but that was not the case for me. And then I still have that on the back of my mind all the time, that I spent a long time studying to work in retail. So it's not about bad job. I've learned so many things. I've gained so many skills, but in the back of my mind, it's, oh, this is not what I studied for. Even though I like it because I'm comfortable, because I know how to do the things, it doesn't. Yeah, until maybe if I get a job on my field, I don't like it, I come back to retail, then I'm gonna be 100% happy because I tried. I tried working on the field I studied for, but because of that small thing, I'm not
So
there yet.
from what you're saying, I understand that you haven't tried to get to your field.
Um, I haven't. I've tried, but I haven't gotten there, just because at first I blame it to the pandemic, just because my last course, I only took one course in my last semester, and it ended on the winter of 2020. So that's when the pandemic started. So everything shut down. There was no way I could find a job in my field. Um, yeah. Sorry, I lost track of what you asked me.
I'm sorry, I was checking
Sorry.
the video. So I asked you if you tried
Oh,
or not, because you said
yeah.
I will feel probably happy just to try it even if I go back to retail.
Yes.
But so what is keeping you from trying?
Okay, yeah. I lost I lost the train of thought.
It's okay.
Yeah, I blame it to that, and I couldn't really. I didn't even apply to anything on my field because I was like, oh, it's a pandemic, no one is hiring, there's no chance. And then 2 years have passed, and then I recently during the summer started applying to jobs, and I haven't been lucky, I think, but I've been actively applying because I would like to work in the city, doing projects, maybe in some foundations, but I don't know. I don't know if I need more support in my resume. I'm not 100% sure, but I've been looking for it. But again, I blame it to the pandemic at first, and then also because when you apply, it's like, oh, you before it was like, oh, you only need an undergrad degree. Sorry, a degree, an undergrad. And now, oh, you need 10 years of experience, and then you need a master's degree, or master's, PhD, more credentials, which I don't have, and I can't have them if I don't start somewhere. So
You mean the experience?
yeah,
the professional experience.
Yeah, because the university, they don't give you placements.
Okay.
And I did global health. So it's yeah.
So let's say from 0 to 10, where you probably have the job like you described, working in the city in projects related with global health, and working now in retail. Uh, where did that idea of happiness started? So this idea of happiness in that job started now, long time ago. It is something related with your beliefs, your values, your family, or something that probably your friends do. Where did you get this idea that is gonna give you this fulfillment?
I feel like a lot of it has to do with parents. Just because, and more if they're like immigrants. I'm not from here, so it's like my mom came here to give me a better future, but sometimes the better future does not. I don't know, the better future for that, for what it's engraved in our minds when we come here is like, oh, you gotta be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be a like a, those professions, like the main ones.
Yeah.
But it's more like that. So why did you go to university if you're gonna end up working in retail? So it's more like that. I don't know if I have to deconstruct that from my mind, because again, I do something I like, but I think it's because I'm comfortable already, right? But yeah, I think it comes more from family, and but also I've gotten to the point where what I do right now does not make me like explore more fields that I know I'm capable of. There's just so much I can do at a store level in the retail store where I worked. I know I can do so much more managing the region, managing the country, but I don't think that's something I would like. I like the job I do right now, but I don't think I would like to go higher on that company. But I would really enjoy working products in global health, nutrition. So yeah, it's more like, and now I think it started more like from my family, but now it's more like for myself because I've already explored some of it, and now I just want to keep growing as a person and professionally, and I don't want to get stuck in one place.
So, from what you're saying that you are not from here, you mean didn't, you are not, you were not born here?
Yes.
Okay. And so you have family here or no?
No.
So, what you consider your circle of support? If something bad happened to you, who you called to, or if something um, very happy happens, who you share with here?
Well, with my boyfriend and the few friends I have here, and if I want to see someone like in person, right? I know I always have family. Now with technology, I can just call them or send them a message. But personally, like it's gonna be just my boyfriend or my close friends. Yeah, so that's the reality.
So you think that is something that makes you feel sad, or that is part of being in 7 and not 10 in happiness, that plays a big part of your life, or not really, you don't consider that?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Well, first we were talking about the profession, but yeah, it can be part of it because the reason I also want to switch jobs, and it's because I want more like flexibility, I would say, and not so much like work holidays and the weekends. So whenever I have my family comes to visit, I have time to be with them. Or if it's like the weekend, sorry, the holidays like Christmas coming up, so I can take just those days off and then fly, and then they can come in, and then we can spend time together. But because you work in retail, you have to always be there during holidays. Yeah, so I think that's one part of it as well. So yeah.
So you've been feeling like separated from what you really enjoy from life, just for being working in retail. Not that the activity doesn't like you, it's more like your free time, as you mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like things start accumulating. It's more like, oh, now it's a holidays. Another thing is not the job I would like to be doing, even though I'm comfortable. And then I feel like when you already are to the, like, at the end of the barrel, you're just looking for more things that you don't like about something, so you can escape. But then, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I haven't found the magic trick. Like, even though I'm applying to leave that job and then move to another one, I don't want to leave this and go to something similar, right? I wanna, yeah. I don't know if that's clear.
No, it is.
But
So, for Christina now, what would be a goal that you wanted to project? Imagine if we have this conversation as a real counseling. What you think you need to work to? Like, what is the one or two goals that you wanted to achieve from having some support, some professional support?
the goals. Maybe to. Sometimes I get too overwhelmed with so many things I want to do. Like I mentioned, I have my small business, right? But at the same time, yes, I would like that business to grow and take care of that. But at the same time, I would like to work for someone else, but then have those days off, like the holidays, like I mentioned. Um, so yeah, maybe focus on something and then go all the way in, either if it's the business that I'm working on, or it's either like finding a job and sticking to it, because I know having a business also, you have to be 24/7 on it, so that's working more all holidays, same thing, right? But I can also get some time off whenever I need, and travel, visit family.
Everything at the same
Yeah,
time.
it's like, so it would be like more like have focus on something.
So what I'm listening is, from on one side you're saying no, that you don't want to work in retail, but you're getting to the last point that you just don't feel like great to be working there. And at the same time you have this entrepreneurship that you really enjoy, but also you don't have time to do anything else. So one of the things you're saying from retail is you don't have time to share with your family when they come here, or holidays or whatever. But at the same time, if you have this small business, you have to be working those days. So it is about money, it is about time, about autonomy, like freedom. Is about being far from your family, or it is something else that you haven't explored yet, like something that just make you keep looking for something else. Probably the values that you already established, because you said you took it from your family, like the way to do things, and probably you haven't gotten in your own way. So what are those things? Like, if you can say, number one is money, number two is freedom, number three is family. How you can put those priorities in your life, so we can start like clarifying those things.
So definitely family first. Second, to have the freedom to go see family. So family again. To have the freedom, the family freedom, also financial freedom.
What about career? Where you put career? You know, 1.2.
That's the thing. Like, if I had a business that is not even focused on what I studied for, but I have success, I wouldn't feel like, but I have the time to go do those things that are in my priorities, like family, then I'll be fine. I'll be happy because, I don't know, because maybe I get there. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
But I think I would be, right? So, yes, career will be nice. So it'll be like,
Just to check
yeah.
career.
That's the thing. I would at least want to try it, experiment it once, and say, oh yeah, this is not what I like. But I would say family on the top, and then freedom that can involve financial freedom, and then the freedom to do other things, to travel,
To be
and
with
then
my family.
career, to be with my family, and then career.
So you don't think that, as you are saying, family comes like over everything else, right? So this thing of career, so probably is something that makes you feel unhappy now, like unhappy, like 100% happy. But if you can reach that professional fulfillment, probably you're gonna be again in the same level because it's not what brings you closer to your family.
It could be because